This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for September 3, 2023, woman killed, cop injured during high-speed chase in Westmoreland. An elderly woman is dead and a policeman injured after a service vehicle reportedly on a high-speed chase lost control and overturned at the Belle Isle Road in Greenhill, Westmoreland on Saturday afternoon. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. The news understands that the police were chasing a motorcyclist when the vehicle lost control and hit the woman who was walking along the road. The now deceased was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead and the policeman hospitalized. Investigations are ongoing. Mechanic killed while working on vehicle in Clarendon. A mechanic was shot dead while working on Fogo Road in Four Pass, Clarendon on Saturday morning. He has been identified as 45-year-old Marlon Brown, who operates a garage on Fogo Road. Reports reaching the news indicated that around 8:20 a.m., Brown was at his shop working on a vehicle when two men walked up to him and asked to borrow a piece of tool. The police said shortly after, one of the men brandished a gun and opened fire at Brown, hitting him in the left side of his head. Officers say they arrived at the scene to discover Brown's lifeless body lying on the ground on its back with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the left side of its head. He was taken to the Maypen Hospital where he was pronounced dead and the body removed to the morgue. No motive has been established for the killing. Mackenzie praises police for nabbing suspect responsible for murdering homeless people in St. James. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond Mackenzie has commended the police for their work in arresting a suspect in connection with the murders of 5 homeless people in St. James. This is an impressive breakthrough in the case. We have had a number of incidents where members of the homeless population have been fatally attacked in a number of parishes, including St. James. The police force used its investigative skills as well as all the digital technologies at its disposal, thus bringing us to this important stage in the solving of these crimes, the minister said in a release on Saturday. Detectives in St. James revealed that on Thursday they arrested a suspect in connection with the killing of 5 homeless people. Mackenzie stated that while he remains hopeful that attitudes to the homeless will change, he is encouraged by the diligence with which the constabulary is pursuing offenses against our homeless citizens. He said that this latest development will serve as a warning to anyone who believes that the society's most vulnerable are available to be preyed on, abused, and killed. The police have always been supportive of the work of local government, and I want to assure the force of my support as minister and the support of the ministry as we continue to strengthen our partnership, he said. I appeal for a greater sense of social conscience so all our citizens can enjoy a constant sense of peace, and I also call on our homeless persons to heed the calls of the municipal corporations to use the drop-in centers and the night shelters which the government has built for their comfort and security. 1 year after Giovanni kid washed away, promised the barrier not erected. Last September looked very different for Georgia Adams. The resident of Cotadupo in the western Jamaica parish was excited as she prepared to have her then 6-year-old son, Giovanni Kidd, enter the first grade at a nearby Cotadupo Primary School. Giovanni had recently graduated from Bellefonte Basic School and was already dubbed the sweetheart of his family. However, tragedy struck on September 8, Giovanni's 4th day of school, when he was washed away by a flood on his commute home. His body was found hours later by residents of the community who came out to support the family in their search for the much-loved Giovanni. It is believed that Giovanni encountered difficulty while attempting to walk by an open ditch in the flood-prone community. The intense weather conditions, coupled with the lack of proper infrastructure, were said to have been too much for the boy. For Adams, it has been an extremely difficult year, navigating the loss of her only son while still trying to support her other children. She told the news that a promise made by Member of Parliament for St. James Southern, Homer Davis, to install a barrier at the ditch had brought a level of comfort to the family. This has, however, not been accomplished when Adams spoke to him 5 days shy of the first anniversary of the boy's death. "I still feel so bad about it, and sometimes I have to just cry. But nothing has been done as yet. They said that they are going to build a railing there, but it still hasn't been done," Adams told the news. "The rains have been on and off, because in the first half of the year, we had a lot of rains, but we know that next month is rainy time," she added. At the same time, Adams noted that Giovanni's death has been extremely hard on his older sisters. The boy, who would have been entering grade 2 on Monday, had reportedly shared very close relationships with his 2 sisters. It was one of his sisters who had got him ready for school on the day that he died. The family also vividly remembers how much Giovanni had cried to stay home that day. "They are feeling sad just the same. I am not really around them because I work every day, so they might only see me if I am on the evening shift. My younger daughter has been the same way since Giovanni died. She's always in bed. She goes to bed very early. She lies down and covers up her head, but sometimes she's not even sleeping," Adams told the news. Adams explained that she too has found ways to cope with the loss of her son. "I mostly now focus on work, so sometimes I'm not here at home. I use work as a way to just keep going," Adams said. When the news contacted MP Davis, he stated that the matter was initially reported to the St. James Municipal Corporation and the work should be done to construct the railing by the local authority. However, a well-placed source at the Municipal Corporation has shared that the organization was unaware of the matter. In the meantime, Clifford Bernard, the Jamaica Labour Party councillor candidate in the Catadupa division, told the news that he is aware of plans to restructure this area. The councillor candidate, while expressing major concern for the safety of residents walking along that area, called for an escalation of those plans, citing the danger looming during this year's rainy season. The minister made some pledges, and we are hoping that things can materialize within a certain time span because we don't want a repeat, said Bernard. 54-year-old man shot and killed, 3 men arrested and charged. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Central Police have charged 3 men with the murder of 54-year-old Ronald Brown, who was killed on Gold Street in Kingston on Wednesday, August 2. Charged are 20-year-old Quan Dawson, otherwise called Crux, of Maiden Lane, 20-year-old Delano Anglin, otherwise called Huddy, a fisherman of Maiden Lane, and 23-year-old Antonio Jackson, otherwise called 40, of Barry Street, all in Kingston. Reports are that at about 4:15 a.m., Brown was at his shop when he was pounced upon by all 3 men, who opened a gunfire hitting him. He was taken to hospital where he was confirmed dead. Dawson, Anglin, and Jackson were taken into custody during an operation. On Friday, September 1, all 3 men were charged following a question-and-answer session in the presence of their attorneys. Their court date is being finalized. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.